All right, I went up to the lake yesterday, tested a few baits, see how they did. I was really impressed with a few of them. Uh, this big rascal right here, it's 11 inches long, it weighs almost 6 ounces. This Storm giant jointed Thunderstick 26. I'm really loving it. I'm really loving the new Shimano Compre rod, 8 feet, handle up to a 12-ounce lure. I'm loving it. Obviously, I'm not going to be able. I'm hoping to be back on the water by February because I got to have another surgery on my knee again. But I also took this knockoff and I added some weight to the hooks, so I want to try it again. It weighs about 4.5 ounces. I was so impressed with the way it works. I mean, I am just tickled to death. I cannot wait to get those baits out on the water. Now here's another one that I tried yesterday. I put a little video up a while ago, a little short. It's called a Savage Shine Glide. Not very heavy. I forget what it weighs. Doesn't weigh much. A couple ounces, 2.5, something like that. I really like the action on it. I was really impressed with it. It's a little downsize if I want to go something a little bit smaller, but I'm really loving the action. And again, I'm throwing all these baits on 65-pound braid. I used to use nothing but Power Pro. I have since switched to this P-Line Endurex no fade braid. I loved P-Line. The only problem I had with it was that it faded, and I had to take a magic marker, go to all the trouble to pull out 10 feet of line and color it up. That's just a pain. This stuff is guaranteed not to fade. I've had it on my rods now for about a year. I haven't fished a whole lot, but I'm not seeing any sign of fading. And it's slicker than Power Pro too, so I'm liking it. And it's cheaper than some of the other braids that I hear about a lot these days. But so I'm sold on this. I'm P-Line all the way now, floor clear and braid. This is another bait that I tested yesterday. I think it's an Arashi. I ain't impressed with it. It kind of works, but I'll never fish with it. So I'm done with it. And this is another one that I tested yesterday. I did a video, but the video didn't come out, and that's just fine because it was just a waste of space on a hard drive. This is called a Kong River to Sea. And unfortunately, I was stupid enough to buy 2 of them. And this is actually, I've had them for a couple of years. It's the first time I've ever took them to the lake and really tested them. And I can sum their performance up in one word: sucks. They're junk. Yeah, these things, they're horrible. This one's just laid in the box, and it's already one of the little fins that you have to put on is broke off. When I bought it, I opened up, I don't know what happened, but somehow the tail broke off, the tail section. I had to get some JB Weld and glue it back together. I mean, it just came apart in the box. And like I say, I have a new one. So if anybody wants these pieces of crap, I'll give them to you. You'll have to come pick them up, but I ain't going through the hassle of mailing one. And I'm also taking my red hook off the front too. But River to Sea Kong, garbage. And I've been hearing some talk about, there was talk about the Solunar tables. Something I've kind of studied on and off over the last 4 decades. And in my opinion, they're not worth the paper they're written on. They print them ahead of time. I mean, they can't predict the weather 2 weeks ahead of time, but they're printing these things a month or 2 or a year ahead of time. There is one thing that controls and influences bass behavior, and that's the weather and the water temp. And that's it. They are completely ruled by those things. They're cold-blooded, So water temp, barometric pressure, all that stuff. I don't think the moon matters one iota. And I just to kind of prove my point to myself even more, I've actually gone back over the last 40 years, because I keep a record of, you know, all the big fish I've caught and the time of day I caught them. And I can go back, I found a chart where I could go back and check against the moon phases. And some of the days that were predicted to be the best days were the worst days, and vice versa. So, I mean, it's just junk. It's the weather is the thing. And I checked with AI and ChatGTP, and they both said the same thing, that it's pretty much an old wives' tale. So, you know, I pay them absolutely no attention at all. All right, had a little interruption there. Kind of lost my train of thought. I was talking about the solar lunar tables. Just to sum it up, I don't believe in them. I think they're a waste of time. The weather is what you hang your hat on. And like I say, I ran it by AI, I ran it through ChatGTP, and then I ran it against my 45 years of records. And I don't pay any attention to it at all. I don't even look at it. It's non-existent as far as I'm concerned. I look at the weather. You know, what's it done? What's it gonna do? What's coming? What's it like right now? The water level, the water color, the lake elevation, whether it's up or down. That's what I look at. Nothing else. So anyway, so much for that. Now there was talk about brand loyalty. I've been fishing for pushing 50 years now. And I've seen all kinds of stuff come and go and come and go. Stuff that, you know, was the cat's meow back 40 years ago is not even in existence anymore. I've got some Skyline rods, pistol grip rods. Boy, I mean, they were top of the line back 40 years ago. I don't even think they're in business anymore. I mean, some really great rods. You know, Shakespeare was a big name in rods and stuff. I mean, they're still out there now. They got the ugly stick, but they're not like they were. There's more rod companies out there than you can shake a stick at. They're just everywhere, popping up every day. They're all the best. I've got so many different kinds of rods. I've got Shimano, I've got St. Croix, I've got Daiwa, I've got Fenwick, I've got Berkeley, I've got probably some rods you've never heard of. What makes me loyal to a brand is it durable, is it reasonably priced, and does it work? That's it. That's what I look at. My Shimano rods, I've got a bunch of them. I really like them. They're really good rods. They've served me well for 20, 30 years. That's why I keep buying them. St. Croix. The only St. Croix rods I've got are these Mojo Bass rods that I throw my big spinner baits with, and some of my glurk and some, you know, some other stuff, some big crankbaits. I am just so impressed with those rods. They're so multi-purpose. They're just ideal. Well, my GoPro went honky right there in the middle of my rave about my St. Croix rods. But anyway, I've got 7 of them. Same model rod. They're just so diverse. So many things I can use them for. So I'm loyal to them. I bought guys up in Fish North, Georgia hooked me up with this Cashin Icon. I've only got one of them, and this rod is for one thing only, throwing my little bomber flat 8. That's it. I would like another one, but they gave me such a good deal up at Fish North, Georgia on the one I bought that when I look at them on the website, Cashin website, I just can't buy another one for that price. So I hope nothing happens to this one. Reels. You've heard me say it 1,000 times. My old Ambassador 5500 Cs. The old ones, the really, when I say they got a knob on both sides. They came out a few years later with the 5500C that's only got a knob on one side. This side over here's got a smooth palming plate. I wouldn't waste my time buying one of them. I don't know what they did to them. They cheapened them up. The pawls, the level wind, wear out in no time flat. And I'm not going to stand for that. These reels are 40 to 45 years old, every one of them. And I've never had a failure on them. They're great for so many things. My big spinner baits, I throw all my big swim baits on them. I just, I throw square bills on them. My top water, I throw it on them. They're just phenomenal rods. So hopefully I'll never have to buy another one. I've got 7 of them. I've got 2 put up just as spares because you can't buy that particular rod model anymore. I got them for like 130, 140 bucks a piece. These Shimano Compres that I'm buying now, I got 3 of these new models. I bought 2 earlier this year, and then I bought this other one the other day. I got them for 90 bucks a piece. I took them out. I took one of them out early this year, first trip this year, using my King Kong swim bait on it. Caught 3 bigs on it. Love it. So I'm loyal to that. As far as lures, I mean, the lures that I grew loyal to 40 years ago, I'm still using them. My Rebels, my Bombers, my Bagleys, my Mans, all that stuff. And then but they have to stop making those at some point, because once everybody has them, the only people that'll be buying them are new people coming into the fishing industry, the fishing game, and that's not going to support the tackle industry. So they discontinue them, then they come out with some more. They want you to buy them. They just keep having to churn out new stuff to keep people buying basically the same cotton picking lures over and over again. There's not really been any innovations in crankbaits and stuff like that in the last 40 years. I mean, Man's had a 30 plus, 35, 40 years ago, 30-foot diving lure. They got them now, but they just got to keep pumping out new stuff to keep you buying stuff. The new kids today probably hadn't heard of half the crap that I fish with now, because it was out of production before they were born. God, some of their dads probably haven't even heard of some of this stuff. But that's what makes me loyal to a brand. Is it durable? Is it priced right? And is it effective? Other than that, that's it. That's all anybody should think about, really. Trouble is, you've got all these pros out here pimping all this stuff, saying this is the best, this is the best, this is the best, and that's all a lot of people have to go on. So not much I can say about that other than I'm pleased with what I've got. So anyway, we covered the lures that I tested yesterday. This piece of junk. Like I said, if anybody wants this blooming thing, they had it. They're just gonna have to come pick it up, because I ain't shipping it. And I may not be particular who I give it to. If somebody contacts me, like I say, this one's never been took out of the box. Somebody's trying to sell 2 of these on eBay for $45 a piece. I thought, whoa boy, somebody's in for some disappointment. Because I tried to walk that thing, and it does not walk worth a damn. It does. It just sucks all the way around. So I blew some money on that one. I've talked about this one before. This is the first swim bait I ever bought. It's called a Mega Bait Charlie. It's got a plastic body mounted on a metal frame with a rubber skin. And actually, it is not a bad lure. It weighs about 3.5 ounces. It's got a kind of a seductive wobble to it. I've caught fish on this thing. It sinks, but it is. I got it for like $13, $14. If you find one now, people are trying to sell them for $40. Somebody figured out they're not a bad lure. But that was the first swim bait I ever bought, ever used, ever caught a fish on. Anyway, let's see. If there's anything else to talk about. I'm still just so stoked over this thing right here. It's a knockoff, but if you've seen the video, you know what it looks like working in the water. It works. I couldn't ask anything more of it. I bought this one and another blank. I don't know where the other blank is. Around here somewhere. A little bit smaller, but I got both of them to my door for $32. All I had to do was paint them and put hooks on them. Well, actually, they came with everything. They came with the fins, they came with the eyes, they came with hooks. I just put my own hook on the front. They came with everything. You just had to paint it and assemble it. And I'm kind of pleased with my Hobby Lobby paint job. I don't have an airbrush. I'm not a lure painter by trade, but that thing came out looking pretty darn good. And based on what I've seen from one of my other paint jobs and how fish react to them, this is a King Kong that I didn't like the color of, so I kind of touched it up some. And this was a player that day. I caught the 21 bass that weighed 131.5 pounds with the best 5 going 38.1. And I actually caught 2 on this lure at the same time. I had a 7.9 on one hook and a 5-pounder on the other. So yeah, I'm kind of proud of my paint job. All right, anyway, I mean, that's pretty much it. Just kind of review some of the lures I tested yesterday, and a few other things. But this is something else I'm dying to try. I threw it a little bit last year, but last year was just, I mean, not last year, earlier this year. This was just a weird year. I mean, I started out really, really good, and things just went down the toilet. Then the next thing you know, I'm having surgery. Let's see, I've had vascular surgery, both legs, oral surgery, 2 skin cancers removed. I got one right there. I got another big incision down my back. And I have to go back in for knee surgery again on December the 11th. So this year's been shot to hell. Anyway, I'm going to post this, and like I say, if somebody wants this piece of crap, you reach out to me and we'll see if we can work something out. Anyway, I'm done. Peace to lot, you K.